Hello and welcome to the WTSN Spring Recap. I'm Peyton Northrup.
And I'm Uni Aguirre. Here are your most recent updates in WT Athletics.
The West Texas A&M softball team is in the midst of a historic season. The Lady Buffs are currently 52-2 overall and have already clinched the Lone Star Conference regular season title and the right to host the conference tournament, which was held this past weekend right here in Canyon at Schaefer Park. After a first-round bye, the Lady Buffs defeated arch-rival Angelo State 6-5 in 9 innings before moving on to defeat Texas A&M University in the championship game by a final score of 9-3. With the win, WT clinches their third straight Lone Star Conference tournament title. The Lady Buffs are not done yet, however, as they are set to host the first round of the NCAA South Central Regional Tournament this coming weekend. The team will pick back up with action on Saturday with a game against Metro State University Thursday evening at 6 p.m.
The Buffaloes welcomed fans to watch as the team battled it out in the 2016 spring game. The first half was largely dominated by a hard-working offense with wide receiver Chris Gilchrist catching 2 touchdown passes. The second half was returned by a solid defense that dominated with 3 interceptions. Halfback Trent Canyon ended the game with 2 rushing touchdowns, proving so much progress, and with many players having their first spring game, the West Texas A&M Buffaloes are confident and ready to take on the upcoming season at full force. The Buffaloes will begin their season next fall with a matchup on the road against Azusa Pacific on September 1st. The WT women's basketball team finished their 2016 campaign with a final record of 28-5. The Lady Buffs cruised all the way to the regional final, where they fell to the eventual national champion, Lady Chaps of Lubbock Christian University. WT posted a 13-3 conference record in their first season under coach Christian Matteo. The team will look to build upon their recent success next season and try to make it back to the national championship game for the first time since 2014.
Due to inclement weather, the 2016 Lone Star Conference Golf Championship was moved to the La Paloma Golf Club in Amarillo. The Lady Buff golf team headed into the event ranked number 30 in the nation as the team finished in 3rd place as a team. Along with the top 3 finish, WT had a couple of outstanding individual performances. Senior Whitley Woods and Glory Yongthong Siri finished in 1st and 2nd place, respectively. The Lady Buffs will now look ahead to the regional tournament, which will be held on May 2nd through the 4th at the Brookside Golf Club in Stockton, California.
The number 17 baseball Buffs are making a steady climb with an overall record of 29-15 and an LSC record of 17-12. After a tough weekend against LSC rival Angelo State, which featured 2 late inning losses, WT returns home to the friendly confines of Wilder Park. The Buffaloes have dominated their home games and will finish out the regular season on a high note. The Buffs hosted arch-rival Eastern New Mexico over the weekend at Wilder Park, winning all 3 games to ultimately sweep the season series with the Greyhounds 7-0. WT has been led this year by Trace Hansen with an impressive batting average of .38, along with Christian Loya with a .344 average at the plate. With just a few games left on the schedule, the Buffs will try and secure the conference title.
The men's golf team was forced to make a change of course at the last minute as well as the conference championship was moved back here to the Panhandle. The Buffs started the event as the 3rd-seeded team and eventually fell to the Lions of Texas A&M Commerce in the 3rd-place match. WT senior Ward Hudson finished his athletic career as a Buff with a match play win, while sophomore Angel Aguirre just missed all tournament honors as he finished 6th overall. The Buffs will head into the offseason on a high note and begin preparation for next season. The men's track and field team is in the midst of another successful outdoor season. The Buffs competed in Hobbs, New Mexico a week ago at the NMJC Ross Black Open. With another successful weekend on the track, WT currently has 16 provisional qualifiers for the national meet. WT will take their well-rounded squad to the conference meet in Stephenville this weekend for the Lone Star Conference meet. The event is scheduled to start this Thursday and will run through the weekend.
Men's basketball player Carl White is ready to return to the court after spending a season with a broken hand. White was a key contributor to the Buffs in 2015, scoring 8 points per game in 27 appearances as a freshman. I'm ready to work, and it's going to take back to the court to get some wins, White said. The Buffaloes are ready to have him back and in good health this upcoming fall and winter.
When we come back, Taya and Leighton will continue our Around the Horn coverage of WT Athletics.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I'm Eric Kamal, and I'm a communication student. As a communication major, it's very important to get involved in campus because the whole purpose of being a communication major is to communicate. And I feel like everyone needs to know how to communicate properly and learn the beauty of being a comm major. I'm a communication buff, and you can be one too.
Look at me, hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Welcome back to the 2016 WTSN Spring Sports Recap. I'm Leighton Slaughter.
And I'm Taya Hamilton. The Lady Buff equestrian team hosted over 30 colleges on Saturday, April 9th at the West Texas A&M Equestrian Center. Out of all the riders competing, WT managed to have 3 individuals qualify for nationals. Senior Canna Fitzgerald qualified in the walk-trot canter, while sophomore Madison Heacock advanced in walk-trot. Additionally, Emily Gardner qualified for 2 events, over the fence and on the flat. The Lady Buffs will compete at nationals in Lexington, Kentucky on May 5th through the 8th.
As of April 7, 2016, the board of West Texas A&M University has approved of the new on-campus football stadium. The Buffalo Stadium is now what the fans will call home upon the completion of the project in the coming years. The football stadium is now set to be built and completed by 2018 right behind Jarrett Hall. It will replace the Buffalo Sports Complex, which is rebuilt slightly to the north. Student government has made it clear that the stadium will provide a great game experience for the Buff and fans in the future.
Now we will take a look at the Lady Buff golf team. These ladies just recently competed in the Lone Star Conference Championship. As a team, they placed 3rd with a score of 598. The Lady Buffs did shine as individuals as senior Whitley Woods placed 1st overall. She finished up the day with 2 over 144 on the par 71 course. Teammate senior Glory Yongthong Siri finished 2nd individually, just 2 strokes behind her teammate. The Lady Buffs golf team has advanced to regionals, which will be held May 2nd through the 4th at Brookside Golf Course in Stockton, California.
Lady Buffs track and field team made history this year as they were ranked as high as 3rd in the nation among the Track and Field Cross Country Coaches Association. Women's track and field have now moved up into number 8 in the polls and have marked the first time in men's and women's track and field that have been ranked within the top 15. The Lady Buffs are led by the athlete Riley Caputin, who is leading the nation in the triple jump. Caputin has also earned the LSC Women's Field Athlete of the Week and marks the 3rd time this season and is the first woman field athlete in school history to do so. WT will be in action again this weekend at the Lone Star Conference Championship in Stephenville starting this Thursday. A young Buff basketball team has a surprising season this year as they finished with an impressive 21-10 record overall. Along the way, the Buffs posted a 9-5 record in the conference play, which slated them as the 4th seed in the Lone Star Conference Tournament. The Buffs will make a quick exit for the conference tournament as they will lose first round to the 5th seed Cameron University. Sophomore David Chaplovich named All-American by the National Association by the basketball coaches. The Arlington native led the Buffs in scoring this year and has already scored over 1,000 points in his 2 years as a Buff. WT will head into the offseason of the most their roster returning next year instead of winning the conference title. Now we'll hear from Austin Hyman about the milestone coach Blaskowski, who has achieved at the WT softball coach.
Special seasons are full of special moments. While the team itself has had a lot to celebrate about, head coach Kevin Blaskowski has had some milestones of his own this season, winning over 400 games now at WT.
Well, it obviously means that West Texas A&M has made a commitment to our softball program, and I wouldn't be able to do what we've done without the administrative leadership. You know, Dr. O'Brien, Michael McBroom, those people have done a lot of things to make our program possible and being able to play at the level that we're allowed to play at. So I thank them. The second part of it is just the fact that we've ran a lot of really good student athletes through here who have been committed to winning, committed to our philosophy, and you know, year in and year out try to compete at the highest level.
While Coach B is honored with all the achievements, he'll tell you the real honor is coaching here at WT.
I'm very fortunate to be the head softball coach at West Texas A&M, and I enjoy coming to work every day. You know, I've got a great facility, and it's a great atmosphere to work in. And, you know, the fact that I've been able to be here for 11 years lends to those 400 wins here at WT. But I feel like I've got the best job in Division II softball, and I mean that. I don't just say that.
For WTSN, I'm Austin Hine.
The West Texas A&M men's basketball team prepares for a change in roster for their upcoming 2016-2017 season as two of their players, junior Antonio Ferreira and freshman Chandler Fuzak, were cut from the roster by head basketball coach Tom Brown. The current roster still boasts high-scoring All-American David Chavlovich, Jared Walton, and Joseph Prince. It remains unknown whom will replace the roster vacancies for next season. The West Texas A&M bowling team took a trip to Indianapolis, Indiana to compete at Nationals. Their tournament run was cut short as the team did not manage to advance past the opening round of 12. The team returned to Canyon for another off-season of improvement and recruitment to try and advance further in national competition next year.
Lacey Taylor, a member of the Lady Buffs softball team, continues to be great for the Lady Buffs. She is recognized as one of the top 25 finalists for the second annual SCUT Sports National Fast Pitch Coaches Association. Taylor was then awarded the Division II National Player of the Year. The senior is just one of the 9 All-Americans in the history of the program to be entered in the top 10 finalists in the NFCA Division II Player of the Year. Taylor was earned the LSC Championship title and has also won her 4th one this past weekend, defeating the Texas Women's 9-3. Congrats to the Lady Buffs.
This is Taya.
And this is Layton signing for the WTSN this spring. Thanks for joining us.